13 on Your Side Evening News starts now.
We begin this half hour at the state capitol, where Governor Gretchen Whitmer recently signed a bill to allow Michiganders as young as 16 to pre-register to vote ahead of their 18th birthday.
13 Your Side's Josh Albertus spoke with local and state officials to find out more. Josh.
Well, it's a common misconception that when you turn 18, you're automatically registered to be able to vote, but that actually is not the case. Pre-registration was available for those who were 17 and a half, but this new law is set to make it so that for anyone who is 16 or 17 who takes this pre-registration option, they'll be ready to go to vote as soon as they turn 18.
This just gives us another tool in our toolbox.
Young Michiganders looking to get a head start on being able to cast their first election ballot now have a new way to do so. Under legislation signed into law by Governor Gretchen Whitmer last week, anyone as young as 16 can pre-register to vote so that when they turn 18, they will automatically be registered and able to cast their ballot in the next election.
16 is a point of taking on some significant legal accountability. For example, you get your driver's license. You are considered by the state to be legally able to obey and be accountable to traffic laws, just like any other licensed driver. So that it was sort of tied to that. And again, this was a suggestion that came to me from some local clerks.
Clerks like Joel Hondorp, who sees the move as a boost for voters.
Those 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds are really excited to get to the Secretary of State's office because they get their driver's license. And so they'll get in that queue. And then as soon as they turn 18, they'll automatically be registered to vote. There's one less hoop or hurdle they have to go through in order to do that.
In some respects, he said it's easier not just for the voters, but for clerks who process your paperwork and make sure you're ready to go on Election Day.
These will sit inside the background of a qualified voter file, and they'll become active when they turn 18. So it'll be an automatic process, and when they hit 18 and they're registered to vote, then it'll produce the paperwork that we need to file for their cards, and so they'll be all ready to vote on their 18th birthday.
And this new law is set to take effect on February 13th. Now, people will be able to pre-register the same as regularly registering, either online or in person at the Secretary of State or your local clerk's office. Elena, Juliet.